is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to spoil all the disorganized front page of my PlayStation, so we can just hop right into it.
Okay. That's my fault, by the way. I put all the information.
Yeah, you kind of did. It's okay. You play a lot of different games, and when you play them on yours, they go over to mine, and then I got to put them away in my little places.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you play a lot of games.
Yeah, I like to try a different.
Yeah, it's good. You play games like I watch things on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I want to just let this screen play for a minute because the music is very soothing and beautiful.
Yeah, and we might as well just intro everybody. And hello, welcome to All Who Wander Are Lost with Lars Soderlund and Chad Johnson. I'm Lars Soderlund. That's Chad Johnson over there.
That's me. That's
special
me.
Guest this week. We've got Emma Jonas. Look at that. Yeah.
It was me the whole time.
It was. She's here. And she's bringing to us the game Fez.
Oh, I love it. I love Fez. Fez forever. Fez for life. Fez all day. Fez all night.
Are you really into smart person games, Emma? No, I'm sorry. Wait. I feel like I'm coming out with a judgment there.
Yeah.
Fez is a game.
So.
Yeah, Fez is a game that I played that was too. I've played dumb games for so long where you just like grind and like wander through worlds and just kind of forget yourself while you listen to podcasts, and then it's 4 a.m. And like Fez is such a concentrated, it seems like thought-intensive experience. Does that tend to be your thing?
Yeah, well, I like puzzles a lot. I like puzzle games. And I really like the art of Fez, and it's very serene to look at and listen to. The sounds are very beautiful and precise, and there's a lot of detail, which I love, but there's not a lot going on the screen because I can't play games where there's too much stuff happening because I get very overwhelmed and stressed out. But if I have to focus on one thing for a really long time, that's my jam. Like, that's why Fez is the second game I got really, really deeply into after Animal Crossing when I was a teenager, and I had to quit it because it ate up my social life time. And after Animal Crossing, I didn't really play any video games for years. And then one day Chad was like, "Hey, you should try this game Fez. You might like it." And then I played Fez, and I didn't stop until I hit 209%.
Do you have to allocate yourself in terms of only being able to play for a certain period of time and then having to move on?
I try to, but there have been times where I just, I sit down and I go, well, yeah, I'll play for 45 minutes. I'll do maybe an hour. It's my weekend, and then like 6 hours later, Chad comes in and is like, "It's still fucking here."
Yeah, I have left for work and come back from work. And she's not moved. But there are like pieces of paper and whiteboards with scribbles.
Yeah, it's like an evidence wall.
Yeah.
After I'm done with it.
It's like the number 23, but I mean, there's a 2 and a 3 and shit.
Oh my god, if you turn it down, upside down, it's 2-3-L with an extra. Oh shit! What if you played this game upside down? It would be an entirely new game.
Think about it.
You're gonna come home, the TV's gonna be upside down.
Dude. I'm gonna be like, why aren't you just sitting on the couch?
Yeah, I'll just sit on my head. I should try that. But yeah, Fez consumed my life, but I'm not upset about it because I think it's a beautiful masterpiece.
It's a piece of art.
Yeah, it's art.
Built into around the structure of a game. It really is like just this. I've never played it. I played probably 45 minutes of it once. And was like, oh, this isn't for me, but I can really, like, I understand the people that it is for, and that's why when I, right there.
That's exactly, yeah, that's my experience exactly. Actually, it was all, so Chad recently recommended Indie Game the movie, and I watched it. It was great. I think I watched it after one of these nights, because Thursday nights is my, like, stay up till 4 a.m. night, and I feel like Fez and Braid, and what was the other one? Oh, no, Super Meat Boy is amazing. Super Meat Boy, I could play forever, but yeah, Fez and Braid both. I'm not quite smart. I don't like puzzles. I feel like they're mocking me as it goes.
I'm so surprised by that. Because
nice
you're so good at everything else, so the moment you're met with a challenge, you run away screaming.
Yeah, that's exactly. Literally, I'm starting to think that about my life. Like, I feel like I've watched too much media where it's good to be good at the thing right away, but the truth is, most things it's not to be good at them right. Like, it's good to be good at them eventually, and then get practice. But yeah, that's a yeah.
It's a very difficult game, and I can't take full credit. I got stuck in a few places, and I looked up, not how to solve it necessarily, but like there's a lot of code stuff in it, which I didn't get on the first try, and um, and I got help from the net, and I'm not ashamed to say it because I like to play games to enjoy them, not to drive myself insane.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Get those
actually
mods, baby.
Mhm.
yeah,
Wall hacks and shit.
all those Fez mods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the ones that enable all the guns. Yeah, I actually I think I tweeted something when I was playing Fez. I was like, if I get one more, like if I have, my record has been like no cubes, no cubes, no cubes, because that's the solution, right? One of the things, you solve something and then get a cube. And I was like, if I get more like anti-cubes or whatever without, like, mysteriously, I'm gonna unlock an achievement called "You're fucking cheating," because there's no way that, like, my arc is the arc of a person who's actually good at the game.
That's fun.
I haven't gotten that trophy yet, so still working on it.
How many trophies? You're still missing a couple.
Me?
I noticed, right?
Yeah,
You don't have, but like I thought you. Okay, so instead of 100% completing this game, you have 209% completed this game. 0.4. My bad. Don't leave out the little guy. So how? Because that's just New Game Plus, and then you're on New Game Plus Plus. And okay, there's so much to unfold here.
I'll let our viewers know. Go get your 3D glasses now. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I look at my daughter and she was like, no idea.
Yeah.
That face.
I totally forgot about that until I was playing this. Make the game 3D, but yeah, this is a wild game.
It's nuts.
It's truly one of them. It's beautiful.
Do you want to get started and kind of show the like how the game works?
Yeah, let's
pretty much how the game at least opens.
Yeah, let's dive into it.
And especially showing the like intro splash screen like this. Let's see if for us.
I heard it a little bit. Was that just
it was on the TV, yeah.
Oh, TV. Okay, so I have this slot 1, which is my what is it? Magnum opus. I have this slot 2, which I had started playing just for fun skis.
So
can we hear Lars still?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay.
And I was checking the Twitch stream and then having an out-of-body experience where I was hearing both people, and then I was paying attention to neither, and then I saw my whole life flash before my eyes. So I heard you ask about great. Magnum opus, and I should have responded, "Great work." I think that's what that means. And so yeah, yes. That's the correct use of the term. I can put together the rest of the sentence. Great. That's a puzzle I can't solve.
Thank you, Lars.
So you are 7 hours and 32 minutes into that?
Is that it?
That's what I'm wondering.
No, that's gotta be 7 days and 32 hours.
But
I didn't play 45 hours. The second slot.
How are you? Maybe it's one. I have no idea because you played more than 7 hours in one day. You've done that, probably.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Some people sleep 12 hours.
But maybe it is like 107 minutes 32 seconds. No, because you played more than 45 seconds on the second one. Yeah. Crazy. I don't know.
I think I played 45 minutes or so on the second one.
Yeah. But it's
which
definitely...
I wouldn't try because it's 11. I don't know. You know what? Phil Fish works in mysterious ways. Phil Fish is my god, by the way.
I watched that. Yeah, the Chad recommended a documentary called a video essay called "This Is Phil Fish," and I watched it, and it was less about Fez and more about the perception of Phil Fez as an entity and what we're talking about when we talk about Phil Fish. But ultimately, I feel like I also learned about Phil Fish, so that was very interesting.
I love that short story. What we talk about when we talk about Phil Fish.
That's right.
That really is what it is, and it opens up saying this isn't about Phil Fish. This is about people that talk about Phil Fish, and what Phil Fish represents. It's cool.
Yeah. He's
Worth,
an entity beyond himself.
yeah, worth a watch, everybody, if you want to check out This Is Phil Fish. Some other time, okay? Not right now.
Yeah,
No,
right now we're playing Fez.
We're getting right into it.
So, shall I start from the very beginning? Shall I start from slightly after the beginning?
I would like to. How about let's do all of that? I'd like to
Yeah.
see
Okay,
the very
very
beginning
beginning.
because I like the splash screens. I like the way it brings you into
Yeah,
the game, showing
it's-
the
yeah.
like the Polytron thing because that actually that does come back at separate points.
It does. We did surpass the Polytron. That was before.
But that'll happen.
Yes. Yeah, that's all recorded.
Mhm. It's cool that the game plays with your perception of what a game can do.
So this is the very beginning. You wake up in your little bed, and your little cutie pie, your little naked baby friend. You got some drums. You got your room. Climb up on your bookshelf. And this eye patch man with a Fez, he's sending you a message. The level of detail in this game is just deeply astounding to me. This, by the way, is the only time you ever get mail in the game. Dear Gomez, please meet me at Topper Village. I have something very important to tell you. Today is special day. Signed, Geezer. Very cryptic, mysterious letter. You can go around and talk to the villagers.
Do you remember when you learned about the different dynamics and stuff? Like what you can do in the different games? Because if you went from Animal Crossing to this, it seems like that would be like kind of a learning curve.
I mean, I played other stuff. You know, I played a lot of like Smash Bros. Basic shit like that. But I never like had a gaming system since I had the GameCube. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't totally unfamiliar with games as a concept, but like, I don't know, a game like Fallout or something is totally intimidating to me even still after I've played a decent amount of games. I'm not versed in that style of like combat stuff at all. I don't even know. I don't even know what Fallout is, frankly.
Yeah,
don't even tell me.
I think that is the interesting thing about Fallout is you could probably like Fallout, but looking at someone play Fallout mid-game looks just batshit crazy.
It does.
I get that.
It's very intimidating to me. By the way, this guy just said his favorite shape is square, not cube, because there is no such thing. You'll notice we're in a completely two-dimensional world. Sorry, go on.
Oh no, you're saying that kind of game intimidates you. This kind of game right here intimidates me.
Yeah.
Love it. There are only two things I can do on the screen. Walk around, look at stuff, and then see what's maybe... Nope, you can't go in there. That's it.
Go and interact.
Love it. And you know what? If you die, check this out. Ah, right back to where you were, baby. No problem. That's my kind of game.
That's nice. I wonder if my wife has said that she finds she's afraid she's going to screw games up, even though it's like
You should play Fez. You can't screw it up.
No, it's
I
a great
love
idea.
Village.
This is one of those ones where I love Village.
Yeah, she says, I love Village. I lived here my whole life. You want to talk to someone else? Reality is perception, baby. This game teaches you about what is what.
What is real?
Perception
How do
is...
you define?
Okay, please go on. Sorry.
You think that's air you're breathing? This game is the Matrix. It really is.
Yeah, this is the Matrix of games.
Kind of.
Yeah, well, I mean, Phil Fish's whole thing in making this was like his favorite part of games growing up were the parts where you feel like you broke the game and found some secret passageway.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Fez involves a lot of like figuring out codes and finding rooms and a little detail can be really significant, but it's so detailed and so many things are not significant that you just kind of have to get lucky. Like, what does that remind me of? It reminds me of Ready Player One. Spoilers, when the guy, he's gotta go play that one game, and there's like a secret pixel that you have to find. Right? Is that from that movie?
Secret Pixel.
Yeah.
Are you thinking Pixels with Adam Sandler?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. No, it's like he's playing like one of the oldest like 8-bit games, and
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Yes.
devil squares. No such thing as.
Yeah, so you have to carry that pixel with you or something like that to a separate part, and if you do that, you break the game a little bit. Break it open.
Well, you get to like a secret credits screen or something. I don't know. I love this game.
But that's that movie, and this game does stuff like that, where you can finish the game.
You can stand on the lamp. I didn't know that. I'm on the lamp, baby.
More secrets.
Ooh. There are more every time.
You're rounded.
I got the stand on the lamp trophy. Let's talk to this guy.
I've been into pixel art since I was really young. It's always been really cool, and we're looking at what?
You're looking nice and flat today. That's what they're all about. I forget if you can walk on that. Nope. On a bird.
But yeah, I've always been fascinated with pixel art, and then I saw that this game was coming out, and the beta demos and stuff like that, and just all the colors, all the pixels, everything about this game, and the way that it looks like it's built for a Super Nintendo, and then just parts that kind of sneak in, like those clouds up there, and just when stuff starts breaking apart, and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you some crazy shit later.
Yeah, it really does just give you that feeling of like a roller coaster, and you're like, oh, this is a neat roller coaster. I've been on these before, and then it's really cool.
Look at the color of the sky; it changes all the time, and it matches. It matches. Avon just pointed this out to me. It matches the light on the controller.
Wow.
It changes with it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
That's really neat.
Stuff like that. Other games don't coddle you that much with art. Today's special day, as you said earlier. Adventure is ready. It's Gomez time. Are you ready for Gomez time?
It's Gomez time.
It's Gomez time. Look at the stars. You can see the stars and they're in Tetris shapes. Here we go. Oh yeah. The controller's vibrating right now. It's going wild. Can we hear the sound here?
I'm trying to figure out how to get the sound. A lot of things happen.
Gomez is about to go on a ride of his life. That's what the trailer is like.
Gomez is about to go.
Yeah, look at that.
People watching this stream, is that a complete one? No.
That's okay, so this is all works.
At that. You can read that, can't you?
If I pulled up, you know what, I can pull up the alphabet and I could read it if I pull up the alphabet. You want me to attempt to do that? It'll take me a little while, but I can do it.
I mean, I guess if you...
I don't have to do it because there's a lot.
Is it like 26 character based or is it something else?
Yeah, it's direct translation. It's a 1-to-1.
Okay.
Oops. That's not right. So yeah, like stuff like that I had to look up. You know? But it doesn't translate like this message, you know. That's what the whiteboard was for. Oh, it's called Zoo language. ZU. See? Always learning.
And that's specific to this game, right? That doesn't have anything to do with any other game or...
And there is a Rosetta Stone room that has all the translations. But I don't think we've even seen that yet, so this is just saying...
There's a Rosetta Stone room?
Yeah, with the translation. Okay, so this says, hi there. How are you?
I am great. The end.
That's it. That's all it says. Let me tell you. Okay. Oh no, I lost it. I will be. Yes, I will be your. Hold on.
We should do a Mad Libs where Chad and I guess what the rest of the line is. I would guess he's gonna say, "I will be your cube." Weird, I gave him a gender also. He, right there.
Actually, it says I will be your hexahedron
Okay.
today.
Pretty close.
I will be your Hi there. How are you? I will be your hexahedron today.
So it's sort of a Starbucks vibe around it.
But the thing is, nothing that they're saying actually really matters very much. Like there are a few puzzles later where you do need to be able to translate this, which again is very easy. It's just time consuming, but none of this is.
It's not like game breaking if you don't.
No, it's not. It's actually funny, most of it.
Yeah.
But
So
Go on. Well, I was gonna say no, you go.
so this.
No, wait, just one more time.
No.
I feel like I remember. Now you and I should press on. Like, no, I really did want to go first, and now we were like actually interrupting each other, and then we end the Twitch stream out of anger. I feel like I do remember clicking through this at high speed, which is probably the first indicator I had that I'm not cut out for puzzle games. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, well, when you first play. When you first play the game, there's no way that you would know what this is unless you do what she did and cheat. And
I didn't cheat. So this is.
What's the one that has 3 things in a row? There's no words that have 3 letters in a row. One that has 6 up.
That's right.
Oh no, it's top to bottom. Yeah.
Top to bottom, left to right.
To right. I mean, no, right to left.
So it's 2 words. It's 2-letter words and a 4-letter word and 2. So this is. Oh wow.
Just a.
Routine.
Yeah. So this is just a routine.
I'm just guessing now.
Yeah, you're right.
Hexagonal. Circle jerk.
What letter was that? Oh, P.
Actually, hexagonal.
This is just a routine procedure. But, right? Yeah, but I...
Don't look at Chad and I. Don't dare look at Chad and I for the rest of the stream. So we're not the puzzle guys.
But I do need, somewhat...
That.
Just in case something.
Okay.
Okay. Very hilarious.
It sounds great. Yeah, I think we need more animals in this stream, to be honest. Mine have been totally cut out of
What gets in the fez? Is it the fez?
No, it's the hexahedron. Okay. All right. The impulse is so strong. I need to know what it says.
Gotta make sure you're not missing
Check
anything.
it out. Should play the SpongeBob.
Very beautiful. They really figure out how to make it look good.
It's gorgeous. Yeah! And now you have the feathers. And the whole world has changed. Look at this. Look at this. Look. I'm pressing L2 and R2.
Oh, that little, all that business, that little 8-bit glitching business that happens throughout this game is just, it makes you feel so good.
I love it.
Look at it. Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna get to plenty of stuff.
It's really very good. It is
So
funny
that's-
that the game's
yes,
not called.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there we go. Oh, yeah. It's funny that the game's not called
beautiful.
Gomez. It's called Fez. Do
Mm-hmm.
you know what the significance of that is?
His hat is the Fez.
Great point. You got
Thank
me.
you.
see, now it's kind of glitching,
Mm-hmm.
saying like, hey,
So imagine that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
something's happening.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Oh.
So imagine that.
Yeah, you're little Gomez, hanging out in your 2D world with your little 2D drum kit, talking to your 2D neighbors about how great flat squares are. Suddenly you get a fancy hat, you're told by a floating cube that there's an entire third dimension to the world. Blow your freaking mind.
Like the Giver.
Like The Giver! This is just like The Giver. And you know what the main character's name is in The Giver?
Fez. No.
Jonas!
Jonas. Wow. Oh, you're pointing at yourself. I thought you were thinking of Gomez, but yeah, Jonas. That's right. Maybe that's
Jonas.
yours though. Jonas, also Gomez.
So now you can see parts of your room that you've never seen in your entire life, like the fact that your wallpaper is coming off,
Wow.
and you got cobwebs, and your little bonsai trees.
Where? Oh, it's right there.
Hmm.
It's doing great. Look at it.
Let's go outside.
I like this game.
I love.
I
this
don't
game
like
so
playing
much.
this game at all. There's nothing about this game that I enjoy playing. I love looking at it though.
How many times in human history has that been said? I love this game. I don't like playing this game at all. It's important not to make that mistake.
Probably a decent amount because, like, there's plenty of games that people don't like to play, but they like to watch. That's a thing nowadays.
Mhm.
Like The Last of Us. I bet you it's pretty close. The people who played through that and people who've just chosen to just watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
All right. If something went wrong, what went wrong, Emma?
Let's find out from our little friend, whose name I don't recall. But now you have your little buddy.
Is that
I think that's your hexameter. I'm thinking that's his name, but I don't remember. I was thinking. Oh, it's Doc. Okay.
Mm.
Hexameter and fragmented.
Oh yeah. You gotta go
That's
both.
the big
There's
cube
both.
that just gave you the height. You know, high stakes right at the top here. A lot of pressure. See, okay. Great secret, third dimension, European village, yada. Yeah. It's very exciting. Look at this. There's a whole extra door down there that people didn't even know about.
So, what made you Gomez the chosen one?
I don't know.
Besides head.
Perhaps. Yeah, really pulls off a fez for sure. If you notice, the ether, special game, also has a fez on, and you'll actually be going to the room. You can see some old pictures of it, which imply that perhaps
Some
this.
young pictures of him?
Yes, old pictures of him young. Which implies that perhaps Gomez is not the first to take this journey.
Oh. Do you think everybody that
All 32 kids.
has taken the journey has a pet?
That would make sense. We track.
And also, Skeezer sounds a bit like Giver, so it's another
True.
low-key Lois Lowry reference.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I gotta read that one.
Superman's girlfriend?
That's right. Yeah,
Nice.
Lois. Yeah, she just follows him around Metropolis, talking about the future of socialist America.
Quick recap. Shiny golden cubes. Very important. Gotta find them all. Or else the universe collapses with you in it. No pressure. A lot of pressure. God. Honestly. Yeah, this game's all about perspective, baby.
Why is this game so hard for me to? Because it's like I will play games that are so complicated, and I'm touching every. I was playing Terraria today, and that is such a complicated, controlled game. And this game, you're moving, jumping, and turning.
Yeah, there are 3 things you can do in this game.
That's it. But still, it's so intimidating, and I'm like, it's there's too much. I'm gonna let it down. I feel like I'm gonna let the game down.
Yeah, I mean, look, like, well, tell me what you think, Chad, and Em, actually, but I feel like there was a period, like, early period in games, like, I don't know, Commodore 64, Atari's pretty easy, but Nintendo, like, sometimes it would just be like, you would come to a game, and it would be like, hey, you need to do the following impossible task, and you'd be like, I don't think I could do that, and the game would be like, well, fuck you then, I can't help you. Like, that's not really how games are anymore, you know?
Right.
So when a game now is like, you figure it out, we're like, what? This isn't fun for me. Like, I think that's the intimidating part, you know? As much as we can like complicated games, they usually hold our hand. They don't like say, you figure it out for the most part.
Yeah, this game is all about you figuring it out. Key example, this room right here that we're in, check this out. We got some pictures, this guy who we've met outside who loves squares. There are his kids, presumably. We've seen Glasses Guy. There's Easer up there. 3 Tens, interestingly enough. I just went through the fireplace while you were talking, Lars, and I got a key out of that treasure chest. And there's an owl, which may or may not have significance later.
Oh, is that what that is?
Find out.
On the
Where?
Where's
I bet
the
it
owl?
will.
Oh, the
In the
owl
middle.
is the giant thing in the middle. I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
the giant one.
There it is.
These guys have squares on their faces, which definitely understand why that's happening. But this picture, isn't this an interesting picture? Look at all these little fellas with little fezzes on them.
8 of them.
Yes, and some are on the
Good
left,
counting.
and some are on the right. Gee, I wonder what that means. Perhaps it's some kind of code. Don't you think maybe it's some kind of code?
Is it? I mean,
Chad,
like, that
I
makes
think
sense.
you and I should say no. There's no way, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's
you're
just
right.
a
Let's get out of
picture.
here. Let's leave.
Wait, left and right. Okay, so you hit, maybe you hit, I guess
So
you hit left and right in a certain order?
So are you talking about the direction of the fez?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got right, left, right, left, 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 right, right, left, right, left, right. Nope. Oh, left, right. Oh no. See, this is what the whiteboard is for.
Left. Wait.
No. This way.
Also,
Oh, it's on the
Oh
right
yeah, yeah.
side
You're reading
facing
from
left.
the yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The stream can see
Yeah.
see the painting, but can't see Fez. No, I don't know. Game of Gomez, excuse me.
That's fine. Check it
Gom
out.
Fez.
Oh yeah, actually, can you scoot it over?
Congratulations.
I just found an anti-cube, baby.
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah, I remember cheating and getting this one for sure. So
The
what do you-
anti-cubes are hard to find.
Hmm.
They're the ones that you need to solve puzzles to find.
Okay. So under normal circumstances, Emma, what's your process for playing a game like this? Do you sort of play until you get stuck? Do you play it linearly until you get stuck, or do you feel like you have a natural way of going through, looking at every surface for anomalies, and then trying to figure out if there's something that like how did you figure out the structure of this game, what your options even are? That's the intimidating part to me.
I think I played through it for a while without realizing that there were like secret codes embedded and stuff. Just going through all the rooms, because I mean, even just walking through all the doors and finding new rooms, it's really exciting.
Yeah.
But then
Good
I
for
realized,
exploration.
yeah, but then I realized there was a lot more going on, and I started looking it up. Not like, wow, what's the answers of Fez? But it was like, yeah, you gotta learn this kind of code, and there's this alphabet thing. So I started going back and figuring it out for myself. Like that one I didn't get on the first try. I just thought, oh, what a lovely picture.
Yeah, that's great. That's good
So
enough.
cool.
Yeah.
So that's the beginning of Fez. Do you wanna... Should I play through this part a little more, or should we move on to...
Yeah, if you want to and can get to like the next part that has a little bit more stuff, and you can kind of jump around to some pretty interesting areas. Dude, you were in an area that I hadn't seen before earlier. Map.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
That happy face. I want like a shirt with just that
I know.
jumping Gomez.
It's very good.
So good.
Now for what? For where? I don't know. Figure it out yourself. Okay.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of snide attitude I'm not looking for in the
Yeah,
games.
I love that. I really respond to negging in games. Honestly, between this game and Katamari, like that's what drives me.
You can literally work up a sweat on the couch, and then at the end of the Katamari level, the guy's like, "You really didn't do that well."
Yeah, and it
That's no
really
good.
motivates me. There is a code in this room too, which is harder. It's these numerical symbols, which I never really memorized the code, or I don't remember it.
The Tetris
yeah.
language is a number set?
Yeah,
So,
dude.
the Tetris.
Yeah.
So the Tetris symbols correspond with buttons, and then the little squares with the lines in them that are next to those symbols correspond with numbers. So it's ordering those, but I can't remember what the numerical code is. But I do know what the Tetris symbols mean. Yeah. It's like there's some method to it. Maybe.
This might be a stupid question. Is the game Tetris the first thing that introduced tetrominoes?
I don't know. That is a good question.
Cool.
Because that's what those are called.
Right, that is a good question.
I always thought it was tetraminos.
Yeah,
Because there was a Nintendo DS game called Tetrominoes, I assume.
Is that like that?
Is the whiteboard handy? I mean,
I can go get it.
you can go get it? You want to be a assistant?
Awesome.
Producer?
Assistant producer. To the
I have no idea where it is.
Because I want to try to do this one. If it's, I don't know how long y'all are planning to go.
Something like
I mean, we
12.
run a tight ship here, yeah.
Yeah.
We do like 90 to 120.
You signed the contract, so I don't know why you didn't look over more carefully. Let's see. I think. God damn it. The Wikipedia page is sort of shy on where it all came from. Tetrominoes. The name is the name Tetromino was introduced in 1953. Where the fuck's it from?
Let's see. This, by the way, where did it go? There it is. This right here says XYZ. In case you're wondering.
Oh.
Let's look at. Here we go. Look at your inventory. I thought I keep chart. Oh yeah, I used it. Oh, I got one. Is it?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's up at the top. No, this is my anti-cube. Cube shards. I don't know. That's finished. Let's see. Is that did we find the whiteboard? We got a whiteboard coming. I'm gonna attempt once to figure this one out, and then I'm moving on and that's gonna be very fun.
Yeah, and I am not having any luck in finding the etymology of tetrominoes, so I don't
Really?
think that's going to be worth it. Yeah,
That's so surprising.
I know. I mean, yeah, because the name tetromino was coined in 1953 by this math guy, but then I can't tell what the significance is beyond that, so I'm not sure. Oh, okay, it's a polyomino.
Oh.
Okay, but then we're... it's a polyomino made of 4 squares connected edge to edge. Okay.
Ah, of course.
But what's the... Yeah, but then... Yeah, what's the etymology?
Oh. I think that's 2 and 3 and... Okay. Maybe it's this.
So here's something as I glance over this thoroughly useless article on polyominoes. Emma, do you feel like you're the
Yes.
kind of person who, so I've been thinking about math a lot over the last 36 hours for some reason. Why have I been thinking about math? Because I rewatched The Social Network last night and was reminded about the mathematical aspects of computer science, to which I never tapped into. I always just thought it was a language, which it is, but then you also need math. Anyway, I feel like to flourish in a field a lot of the time, it's helpful if you don't just understand the field, but you actually feel like you grasp the field in a way that you intuitively get how it works. I mean, I don't know, this is like optimally, and then you're like, oh yeah, and if you could do that, you can do this. Like, you're ready to understand the rules and then extend them, which is like, in math, that's not my thing at all. Like,
Right.
do you have, are there fields where you feel that way? I think with comedy, we all have some of that, right? But
Sure.
is there other kind of fields where you feel like, oh, I get this? Or are puzzle games like that for you?
It's so different between puzzle games because they each kind of have their own set of rules.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there's no game that I've played that's like this one.
Because some of them, they can have rules that are just this amount of things that you're doing for the entire game, but in different, like maybe directions. But this one has like, I mean, I guess you're essentially doing the exact same thing throughout this entire game, but yeah, you're doing it in different ways and with different obstacles in your way.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting as far as puzzle games go, because I mean, Katamari is almost a puzzle game.
Yeah, there as you play Katamari, you kind of learn how to look for certain things, and what kind of details to take note of. Like each game, I think has sort of a language of its own. Or I like games that have a language of their own. Like The Witness, I've been playing a little bit.
Yeah, I've been playing The Witness. It's
I
great.
really enjoy that.
Yeah, the idea of like a kind of a language or a grammar for understanding something is really compelling to me. I'm not the person to coin this theory, but when I teach document design, there's this idea that like every time you write a document, you're also teaching people how to read that document. So even if you're making a resume or a cover letter or stuff that people have already done, you're also like, the way you're setting it up has to be internally consistent, as well as being consistent with what people are used to from that genre. So like, anyway, it's one of the things that makes games and even like a thriller novel so interesting is that they have to understand the audience pretty well, right? It has to be like, okay, the audience knows this much. They're gonna guess these things. I'm gonna give them this information so that they can move through it. But I can't give them this information they have to hold like for themselves. It's like, I don't know. It makes me think a lot more of like a Dan Brown or something, where it's like he makes so many people feel smart, which is like such a gift, you know? And it's like, even though the books are kind of silly, it's like, yeah, it's like, that's incredible. So a game like this, that is like, you know, it's not everybody's thing. It's not 2/3 of our thing in terms of people in the stream, but that's fascinating.
Yeah, you know, that reminds me of, who is it? Oh, what's his name? Is that, okay, there's another guy with the last name of Fish. One of them is
Yeah.
Stephen Fish?
Are you, no, okay, wait, so not Phil Fish, not Phil Fish, the game designer.
No.
And not, who's the other fish who's the serial killer?
There's another one, and I'm not talking about that one.
Okay, not that one either. I can look it up. You think it might be Stanley?
Stanley.
Okay.
Wait, which one is that?
Wait, is that what you said?
I don't know. One of them. Anyway, he's got this.
Stanley Fish is an American scholar. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Stanley Fish.
Yeah, he's actually sort of in my field. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah.
Well, the rest of what I'm going to say, honestly, is not going to be complete at all. But I think if he's the right person that I'm thinking of, then he writes about like gaps in writing and how each piece of writing that you do, you need to assume a certain amount of gaps for your reader that would need to be filled in before they could, understand your piece. Which I guess, putting it that way, it sounds pretty basic, but yeah, I don't know my point.
No.
But it's like the knowledge that you come into each piece of literature with kind of changes your experience of literature.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Lars, you know how to
Please say unclog the toilet or something totally unrelated to that.
I was gonna say how to get people away from your stream or like stop commenting on stuff. You know how to do that?
Oh, or are people? Oh, yikes! Oh, how to block people? I think that probably like, I'm not sure how that works actually. Users. Okay, so there's to the right of the stream chat. There's an icon that says users in chat, and I think clicking that you might be able to block people.
I'm so glad I'm finally able to break into the realm of video game streaming. Really made it to the big time, baby. Oh my god. Why don't you have anything better to do on a fucking Thursday night?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's actually Jason Davis. We should have said.
Raven, get out of here.
As well.
Yeah. Somebody doesn't understand Fez.
That's actually Phil Fish. Sorry, we should have said
Phil
that.
Fish! Alright, if it's Phil Fish, then fine.
Okay, you can prevent harassment on Twitch by blocking other users. To block a user, click on their username, and then the 3 vertical dots menu icon. Select block user. You can also see a list of the privacy section of the security settings page.
Let's go through this.
Neat.
Are you ready to begin your adventure, Controller Player 8? I don't think so.
Well, they're being blocked right now. Goodbye.
Too bad you don't get to go through the door with them.
Oh, I wanted to see your big ass. You know, my daughter's watching this. That could have been her. Lars, come here.
Lars, was that you? Wait, were you negging me? Oh, I can't hear.
Lars, you even hear anyone?
Wait, this just got interesting.
Okay. Wait.
What's the button? Oh, the map. Okay.
Lars, can you hear me?
Oh, we can't
Oh,
hear
I
Lars.
can't hear you.
It's the microphone problem.
Oh,
There we go. Got it.
cool.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Okay, so now we're in the map.
Okay. So we were just talking about map systems in video games, and
I think the person might be unblocked.
Ow. Oh, did you block that? Did you also block them?
No, I didn't do anything, but they're contributing to chat again. I think it might just be a bot.
It just says
It's
message
pretty
from
specific.
blocked user.
Hey, if you're a bot, tell us.
Oh, there we
Is
go.
that-
Yeah, the classic. Yeah, if you're a bot, you have to tell us. Okay, wait. Then I
Yeah.
reloaded it. Now it's
That's the
gone
rule.
again.
If you're a bot, you have to say so.
It might be the person might be reblocked.
That's the law. I'm just gonna keep playing this goddamn game.
Yeah,
I
keep
love
going.
it so much, and it's
Good
so
job.
you know what? This game is the opposite of that. This
What?
game, and aesthetically and spiritually, this game is
Look at-
truly the opposite.
Look at the
Yeah,
worm.
look at the worm. Look at there are birds. Look at that bird. There's a little cube shark. Look, there are little mushrooms. Later on, we're gonna see some other animals that are truly just purely delightful, and it's just art. It is truly. This is the result of the opposite of whatever is driving that bot. Yeah, this is what peak human achievement can create. and that that guy is what?
Nice.
Yeah, see, you just go back to the same spot. And that guy is just the result of really just scraping the bottom of the barrel.
How do you know it's a guy?
I mean guy in a gender neutral sense.
I don't think that works. That's
What?
not allowed anymore. You can't say guy in gender neutral sense. You can't say gal in a gender neutral sense.
Okay.
Is that true? I
comes
don't
in.
know. I think
Or
that's
that bot.
okay.
Let's go with bot.
Yeah. That is a fun one.
Just call everybody bots.
Call everybody gal.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you can see where that
Yeah,
bot
it's a
is.
gender neutral thing. Yeah, it'll bother a lot of people.
Yeah. Let's see what should I mean I can just keep going forever, you know.
Well, let's not go forever, but let's. I like the exploration. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so this is kind of the central hub that leads to 4 different worlds. And if you've been through a room before, it'll show you a little preview. And this is just the beginning. The map gets much bigger. And then you'll see on the map there'll be a little question mark that shows you that there's going to be some kind of code or something in the room that you can solve. But some of it you can't get to yet because you haven't gotten through the room. Oh, excuse me, my name.
how do you? So good. I love the pixel art in this game. Just even down to the little debris that comes up.
Totally agree. Well, and there's a friendliness to the movement that I think is really important. Like, that suggests that you can do it, you know? And the
Yeah.
physics are generous, and the death screen is generous.
Some
It's
that
really
you can't
nice.
see yet. Yes, absolutely. It's like I said, a very unintimidating game for me as someone who is not some that you can't get
Hmm.
to very fluent in game mechanics as a general rule.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
So if I block the user, people who are watching this
Yeah, that seems unfair.
can't see that, right?
I think that's right. I keep looking and then reloading it, and yeah, yeah,
There's
that's right.
some wild shit going on now.
Look at the frog.
No, that's so
And there's a
cool.
rabbit up there, and there's a butterfly. Wow, truly beautiful. And you know what? Here's a fun thing. In water, you're fine. You don't even drown. You're fine. You just swim around. Look at those reflections. It's so beautiful.
You know, I've never noticed that. That looks great.
Ooh, what's in here? Oh, we're going to a different island, baby.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so you can see from this ladder, eventually, the water level will change. You go, and there are more doors that you can't even see right now.
Are they right here, but you can't see them?
Yeah. But you can lower them.
Lars, what? Let's call this a 2D side scroller. What?
Yeah.
What 2D side scroller do you think you put the most time into?
I mean, it's probably the original Mario Brothers, but I'm trying to think if there's any other.
Like original?
Yeah, I think so. Not like the one that looks like Donkey Kong, but like the
Right.
yeah, the original one with multiple levels. I just remember playing the shit out of the Super Nintendo Mario, like just going through all the levels, and you know, like the SNES one where you just kind of deplete one level at a time, and finding secret levels in that. Like, I think I would say that because I feel like I just sat and played that whole thing. I mean, maybe
yeah.
Super Meat Boy, but no, I think it has to be the SNES. I mean, those games you play when you were a kid, I feel like nothing can stand up to those. What about you?
Did you? 1 second. Did you beat Super Meat Boy?
Yeah.
Whoa.
What? No, that's not possible.
you just get to the end. I mean, I
You got
didn't-
past the hospital. The hospital's like level 2, and I was like, that's too hard. That's too hard for me.
I really like Super Meat Boy. It kind of covers that in Indie Game the movie, but the fact that the mechanics are so strong, and like
To the pixel, yeah.
and to like the holding down the run button, and then how you kind of use that all the time and slide down the walls. It's just like, I don't know. It's like what I always hoped Ninja Gaiden would be or something. And that's all. Oh god. Yeah, I feel like that was so Super Meat Boy. But I don't know. I think that I did eventually get sick of Super Meat Boy when it came to like playing through it again with a different character, or the impossible levels, that kind of stuff. So yeah, but yeah, that one was. Yeah, what about you? What are the ones for you?
I gotta say, Rogue Legacy is probably at my top, because I think I'm probably at like eight or nine completions through that one. Yeah, I'm level like 3, maybe no, it's like 4 or something. It's crazy. But that game you can just keep playing. They just announced the sequel comes out.
Right.
Maybe.
I saw it was in early access, but they said it's not worth playing yet. So.
Yeah, that's how I bought. I bought Rogue Legacy, the first one, in Greenlight or whatever it's called on Steam.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it was no good. And it was a bummer. And then I bought it on PlayStation. When I had the Vita and the PS3 at the same time, because you can just transfer your save back and forth. Man, was that great! And I played that a lot. But probably really Super Mario World, the one just straight up Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
They remade it on the Game Boy Advance, and I got like 100% on that also. So yeah, it's a perfect game. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no gripe to be had. I can't imagine one.
I totally agree. No, it's like again, we've been alluding to this occasionally, but the Super Nintendo, and I guess I feel like the Super Nintendo and the PlayStation 2 were kind of perfect graphics. Like for what they were, it was just exactly what you wanted it to be. Like I've always felt like PlayStation 1, it's like the frame rate wasn't quite there, and the polygons were kind of off.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, and the N64 was really amazing for when it worked, but like you play 1080 snowboarding or something, and something's kind of off, or they didn't have like the data or the censorship issues to like really make the Tony Hawk as good as it could have been on N64.
So, dude, it was
sad.
really funny playing Tony Hawk on 64 after playing it on PlayStation. That's right. What's going on here? Black holes are bad.
Black holes. Watch out. Black holes are bad.
What happens with it? Space can only be folded so many times before what? Okay, it's a paper.
Yeah.
Okay, so that becomes like a block. That's interesting. He's so adorable. The way that he almost like teeters when he's right off the side.
Yeah, the animation is so good. Not too much, and it's a perfect amount of animation to give you the feel of everything. Even when the water is sideways like that, you're looking parallel.
So cool.
And it falls down. I think it falls down to turn the whole thing. It's great. But yeah, I hope people understand the way that this game works for me. It's like, I hate playing it, but I love looking at it.
It's and when somebody like Emma who actually knows what they're doing, it's like, oh, this is like, it's just nice to be in good hands. That way, like, this is somebody who's like, I'm actually going to learn something from watching this. Nice. So, what kind of strategy would you recommend for somebody who's starting to play this thing? Especially, like, for instance, you're gradually collecting the golden cubes to add up to one large gold cube in terms of each level, right? Like that's the goal. But it seems
Yeah.
like you're saying that it seems like you're playing like you don't have to collect them all at once. That's counterproductive. Is that right?
No, you can. And the first time I played through, I definitely did. Because I am very thorough. I like games where the more thorough you are, the more highly rewarded you are. That's why I like Katamari so much. So yeah, the first time you played through, the first time I played through, I looked at every single corner before I left any screens or went through any doors. But, now that I've played through it quite a bit, I have the comfort of knowing how to get around. But the first time you played, the map is super overwhelming because look at this, you've already built it out like 4 times the size that it was.
Wow.
And there's stuff that, we haven't even gone to. Like the grayed out boxes are doors that you have access to.
This gives me nightmares right here.
Gone through.
Yeah.
So should I skip ahead to the
Oh yeah. To see, I'm
extended
sure it's
version?
even more complicated.
Yeah, no, I want to see.
You ready for that?
I want to, and I think people want to see some.
Yeah.
Let's
Do you
break
want
this
to see
open.
some crazy shit?
We're an hour in.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think they've earned it.
Yeah.
If you've gotten this far and you've not rage quit based on certain comments that have been popping up.
Yeah. So I have
welcome,
I have a
you
quick
deserve to see some crazy shit.
That's
Yes.
right. I have a quick reflection on that person. Did you notice? Did you notice one of the things that they said was, "You didn't block me, bitch," which I think is like professional offense. Like you don't even know how to block me. Like you didn't know. Like whenever somebody is like an asshole in one way and then an asshole in another way at the same time, like that's such a great.
And then they're right.
Yeah, that's the worst kind of asshole, a correct asshole.
I thought blocking was the same thing as banning. I didn't know. Now I know.
You did both?
Well, I blocked him, and then that's just so I don't see it. And then everything
I
else
never
it
would've
kept
guessed that.
popping up, and then I banned it.
That's so
And
funny.
37 messages were deleted by the moderator.
That's really great.
Is that you, the moderator?
Yeah, podcast
Yeah,
bans.
that's him. Eventually, they tried to communicate using hieroglyphics, which I thought was very inventive. But I mean, hopefully they're gone, so we don't
Maybe they like
give them any
Bezalel.
credit. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they came for the Fez and they stayed for the
Show me your.
Buzz.
show me your dick and pussy. We should get on Chatterbait, I guess, is what I was trying to say. It makes real cash. Okay, so this is 49, which I'm presuming is minutes.
Mhm.
So that
Okay.
it is also at 11.2%. Isn't that interesting? I got bored at the
Hmm.
same. I mean, I didn't get bored, but at the same time to
Hmm.
just go back to the beautiful full map. So I only played for 7.5 hours. I didn't play.
I don't know. There's that's not possible. That's not possible. I have left for work and come back, and you're still playing the game.
Well,
And
maybe
Zach
I'm not
was like,
still playing. Maybe I stopped.
"She's
and,
still going."
maybe
Yeah.
I
Are you
stopped and did other
paused?
stuff. Yeah, I do other stuff. Maybe
Or
I
maybe
went
when
played more
Fez is
Katamari.
standing still, they don't count that against your total.
Oh,
That'd be a
that'd
weird
interesting.
one.
Yeah. What?
That'd be a weird thing to build into a game. Okay, stop the clock when his idle animation's going.
Well, they
Right.
should. I mean, they should do
ahead.
that on something like Smash Brothers, where they like you unlock characters for playing the game long enough, so people just let it run in the background. If they were just
Yeah.
like, you know what, if you're not inputting, we're not going to give you any credit. Of course.
Yeah, you got to turn on the game, and then you got to set the controller in between a couple pillows, so it's just making your character run up against a wall, and then you go to bed, and then you wake up, and it says like a new challenger approaches, and then you go fight Zelda, and then you have Princess Zelda.
Look at the turtle spinning around.
Yeah, the turtle spinning around is
Oh,
one of
wait,
the best
I can't
things.
see on there.
There
it
you
is.
go. It's not
It's
spinning.
anymore. Oh, it's spinning, right? Yeah.
It's great.
Wow.
That's a little better.
They usually does a little spinning move.
What? It's spinning. It's spinning.
Yeah.
And I'm just remembering because we can't hear the game sounds right now, but like it makes little bird, like 8-bit bird sounds for the seagulls.
Nice.
It's just delightful.
Yeah. Sorry that we can't, but
Oh yeah,
people
I'm listening
who,
to it. Yeah,
People
it's
listening can.
very melodious. You can hear it right
Yeah,
now.
it's lovely. Look, he's sleeping because I stopped walking. Oh. Okay, so you want to see the full map?
So that was about an hour into the game map, and now we are at your 209% playthrough.
Oh,
Wait,
could it
here we
could
go.
it
Full
be?
effect.
Whoa, Jesus! Could it be your new game plus 7.5 hours into that?
Oh.
Oh, you're probably yeah.
The most
Yeah.
recent, like whatever.
Hey, there
Wow,
it is.
this is incredible.
Jesus.
Can you? So, how intuitive is your looking at this map, Emma? Are you like, oh, I remember that, and
No,
that, I
this
know
is
what
just
that is?
to me. This is nothing. This is. Remember when I was freaking out about that Bioshock map, and I was like, this makes no sense. This is less.
So this, I mean, I can kind of, you get a sense, you can tell by like the design of the sky which zone it is. There are like 4 different zones. There's like, I don't even know what they're all called, but like this one, for instance, it's all like green and
Looks like Game Boy.
underground. Yeah, this is all underground, so it's all sewers and pipes and stuff.
Okay.
But it's also kind of like hellish. And then there's the water level, which we're at right now. So it's got this bell tower.
I love a water level.
Yeah, me too. Oh, it's
There's
like
the lighthouse,
yeah.
which is where. And then there's the tree. No, it's not the treehouse. Oh, that's the village. So that's kind of the home base.
I've never beaten Ocarina of Time because of the water temple.
And then there's this spooky graveyard area, which is really awesome. There's an owl that's very important.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It is important.
It is. Gotcha. It's important. It's like a clock here.
Dude,
that
okay.
Really fucks
You want to talk
up.
about that clock and how much, how many months you dedicated to getting this clock lined up correctly? Months. Not a joke.
So there's some of the last cubes, anti-cubes, I guess, that I was trying to get were at this level, this clock right here, which if you go to that level.
Do you have to go through all the levels to get there? You can't just.
Well, you see this little purple thing?
Yeah.
And then there are some that are bigger, like this one with the little blue in the middle. Those are warp gates, so you can kind of jump between areas with those.
Okay.
So you can use those strategically, but they're not. I mean, it's still, you have to kind of know what you're looking for to get around.
Okay, I cut you off talking about the clock.
Oh, that's fine. I can talk about the clock all night. So this clock, there are 4 sides to it, which obviously you can't see right now. But each square has a different color, and it has 4 different hands, which all move at different speeds. One of them moves by, I think it's by the minute, by the hour, by the day, and then one is kind of indeterminate. It could be a week, it could be, I don't know. No one really knows. So you have to be at the clock face when the correct color hand is pointing at the square at the top to get the cube that's attached to it.
And this isn't one of those just change your system clock kind of things, is it? Didn't we try that?
No, it is. That is what. So for months I tried to catch it at the right time, and I got 3 of them, and then one of them I couldn't. The indeterminate time one, I couldn't do it. Actually, maybe it was 2 of them that I couldn't get. And then I just changed the system clock, and I felt really bad about it. But then I looked it up, and the internet was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to do because this game is all about finding hacks." And
figuring out your way to do it.
Yeah, figuring out loopholes and using the sort of trappings of the game to progress in the game. So you're absolutely supposed to go out of the game, change your system clock, go back into the game to make it so that it's right.
So is there a way to match it up without doing that?
Yeah, but you just have to be there at the right time.
Okay.
Which is hard.
So when you, how do I ask this question? So on your way through the game, you're finding cubes, and are you breaking open like further abilities before you beat the game the first time? Because each time you beat the game, you're like kind of given something that says like, oh here, try the game now with this, and that's a really cool thing because you're playing a completely different game now.
Yeah. You mean
Yeah.
So, you mean like this? What?
Yeah.
That's wild.
So you can go into first-person mode to just check everything out, and this is what the game actually looks like
from inside the game. So this is first-person mode, which you get with New Game Plus, and in some levels there will be a tetromino code here on the ground, or there will be other things that you can't that you can only see in first person. So you get new cubes. You should get. Oh,
Wait,
Nope.
you're number one.
oh, bummer. Yeah. So there's that.
Should we visit the glitch room?
The glitch room? Yeah, I'd love to see the
Ooh.
glitch room.
Wanna see the glitch room?
Please.
Alright, let's take a trip down to the glitch room.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I didn't know we were already there.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the glitch room, which
So-
blew my goddamn mind.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
Yes, it is. So you have to just kind of we're going this way. Although another perk, making its turn to New Game Plus.
Wait. Nothing. Oh. No, say your thing. But I also have a question.
Is that you
What?
So that's the first New Game Plus. You get first person mode, and to get Italy one. Okay. So everything around you looks like this. What does it look like when you go into first person mode?
It's so cool.
Wow! It's really doing it.
I'm so glad you
You know what I mean? Like it's really doing it. It's not just a trick.
Oh, I love this game so much.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that was delightful.
So,
This is a
oh, more kit.
Yes, this one
So can you?
it will take us to probably.
Okay.
Or I can go back down to the bottom. Bell tower. Yeah, let's go through the park. It's pretty cool to go through that. So this is glitch room. It's a real treat.
Yeah.
It's a real.
My eyes are having to readjust
Yeah.
to not be in it.
I would find a. Oh, I should have.
There's an ending to this game that it slowly zooms out while you're in the very beginning of it, like that first village area. So it slowly zooms out as you're kind of playing on it, and it's when you finally like beat the game for the third time, and it zooms out so slowly, and you're just watching it, and then it eventually disappears. And then if you look at anything else, like something in your room, it does that optical illusion thing where everything's kind of zooming in at you. It's great. You know that one where you look at an internet video and it swirls and you can look at your wall, and your wall's unswirling.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's really exciting to have somebody as kind of a guide through this. I feel like this is it's like scratching the itch of learning about a game that I would never get that far in myself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to
So-
provide.
Some of it, there was that like kind of blue and red dark room, and it just had a circle around you, like a light radius. You couldn't see
Are we
very
in there already?
today. Since we've been on this, no, but you were in there earlier before we started.
Yes, that's where my.
Cool. Blue and red place.
I don't think it was blue and red, but it's the one that I was in earlier today
Oh shit!
before we started recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of blues and a lot of reds in there.
So. Good. Whoops. What did I do?
Yeah. See, I don't. You know your way around and where you're going,
That was a fun day.
and I mean, it's
Yeah.
fine, right?
I've played several days. I should. Oh, here's one. Okay, so this won't do anything right now, but I can show you. So this pillar with what looks like indiscriminate squigglies on it actually houses a code. If you turn your head to the right, you can see that those are all tetromino symbols. We've got on the D-pad, it's left, what is the trigger?
R2. L2.
Okay. Left, L2, right, R2, up, A, no, X, I mean not A, up, X, down, R2, R2. That's what that means. So normally, I would do that, and then, or on the first playthrough rather, I would do that, and then the intake key would appear right above that color, but we already got that, so that's
super cool.
Let's look at that cage over there.
Oh, that, yeah, nothing. It's just a thing. That's one of the things where the first time I saw it, I was like, that does something. Nope.
Alright.
Does not do anything. Oh, this room is nuts. It's got this crazy puzzle. It's a security question. Anyway, it's a security question. I forget what it says. Each side says something different. But it's like half of it is what it is, and the other half made this. It's this crazy clue. And you know what? I won't say. Look, he's tossing his. I won't say what the answer is. Did we lose Lars?
No, I'm here. Sorry, I had to blow my eyes. Didn't want to show the world.
Thank you. Sorry to call attention. Anyway, it's a riddle with a truly impossible answer, and then it doesn't have the little squares. But if I go outside and show you the preview of this room, you'll see it's got these little squares that you can move around. That each have a letter underneath to spell out the word.
Oh yeah.
It's insane. It took me forever.
Right. Yeah, I was watching a video where they did that before we were.
Yeah. That's one of the more infamous puzzles in this game.
Have you ever had like super wow moments like that, Lars, in a game? Like remember Metal Gear Solid when you're fighting Psycho Mantis?
Right, Mantis.
That's
right. I keep getting that wrong.
It's all up in your memory card, and you should take out your controller and put it in the second controller port.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of is that, like, in terms of the world cracking kind of stuff, is when
Weird, that looks blue and red. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Jinx.
it's pink. Oh yeah, we can hear the music now. It's how it was.
Oh yeah, it totally was.
Ooh.
I can't, but yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's really nice. No, okay, so one great wow moment I had, or not great, but interesting, was when I borrowed my friend's Mega Man 2, my cousin's Mega Man 2 cartridge, and I was walking with my friend's house, we had a lot of fun playing the game, and I stood over a sewer grate, and I thought, wow, what would happen if I dropped this down the sewer grate? My cousin sure would be upset with me, and then whoop, suddenly the thing dropped down the sewer grate. We had to recruit people from all over the neighborhood to sort of find a way to stick it down. And I unlocked an understanding of myself as mysterious and sort of, fucked up. That was like one of the better video game oriented moments I've had. Other than that, I'm trying to think of like times when I was blocked from an achievement and then I had to like figure out, you know what I mean? Oh wow, geez.
Whoa. Oh, what if you look down off the edge? I mean, probably same thing. Man.
Oh well, to interrupt you, Lars, quickly. This room before I saw the tuning board, which is a puzzle you encounter a few times throughout this game. I'll show you what it looks like. That was the top of the platform. And what that does is it vibrates the controller in a certain pattern, and you have to mimic that pattern.
So each room has something, and you do the something that gets you an anti-cube, at least one, right? So some of the anti-cubes are just sitting around. walking around and like, yeah, there's one.
No, the anti-cubes always take them. But
What are the things that are just sitting there?
those are,
Little bits?
those are cube sharks.
Cube sharks.
So those are just
Reminds me of wherever that was.
Yeah, I think you actually come into that. Yeah, no, it makes me think of Mega Man 3, or maybe 2. So you can play a lot of
Who's got some of the best video game music?
those Mega Man games. I mean, I feel like that really launches people. Like, I'm sure Zelda's great, but I think of Mega Man when I think of that Onomatoguchi sound.
Yeah. Chiptune business.
Chiptune.
Still
gets me
yeah, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, my almost like whatever. I mean, I guess in my freshman year of college, but it's more an age thing, college thing, so whatever. I was youngish, but then like 2000, with the rise of like Huzzah, but then also like Audio Galaxy and the last days of Napster and stuff. It was just wall to wall like 8-bit techno remixes, and yeah, it was like it's like the Tetris and other sort of heavy hardcore stuff. But honestly, then like eventually you get to like
hardcore,
right?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Just that phrase and that like genre.
Yeah. It still makes me happy to think about. It was apparently one of Laurel's favorite things. Although it's funny because like I don't know if my understanding of it is the same as how she understands it. Anyway, but anyway, so there were a lot of 8-bit remixes, like Tetris, etc. But then I remember making like a CD of like some of the remixes, and then it would just be the early days of the language. One of them I thought was a remix, and I was like, oh no, this is just the Windman level from Mega Man, and it's like, yeah, it was still just as good as anything else that I could hear.
It's a guy that had a boomerang on his head, right?
Maybe. I think this is the guy. Oh, that probably was Windman. I'm thinking about Windman, the guy who's so and it's like a sky level, you can always fall down. And like
Okay.
these sort of big, like almost cauldron looking things with like fans and everything. So I'm just trying to think about like wildness that I've had. I mean, this is dumb. The one that I think about honestly is in Super Mario, when you had the cape, and it was like, oh, there's this whole area way above all of the normal kind of level that you would kind of ascend to.
Yeah, you're just running and then you go up. Oh, this just goes. That's cool. The secret in Super Mario 3,
Yes.
where you get on a white rectangle brick thing, and then you just hold down and you go behind the level, and then it's just like, wow, this is good. I'm behind the level. That was really cool. Fallout 3 had a crazy one. So in Fallout 3, there's Megaton, and that's a city there, and once you do all the stuff there, you can decide to blow it up with a nuke. Because there's a nuke right in the middle of it. And so you go to the next town over, and then if you decide that, you just watch it happen. And then your character will just, there's like a shockwave, and you just, that's really cool to see, because it's pretty early for that kind of effect.
Incredible.
Making you feel like that.
I mean, that's the thing, like, when you think that they hire, like, magicians to like, participate in movie editing or video game creation, it just makes so much sense, because a magician's whole job is to, like, have these kind of sensory shortcuts that make you think that things are real when they're not, right? And the whole point of video games, for people like us who just play them a lot, is something with all three of us in mind, it's like, you just need enough kind of mental shortcuts to believe that either something is real or that something is dynamic enough that merits your time for hour after hour after hour. Right? Like, that it's not just an insubstantial light streaming from the fucking box, but it's like, no, there's like something in here, or at least a world that's been created from by these programs, which is the ultimate kind of luxury. So, anyway, yeah, that's sort of the magic of Fallout 3 was the sensation of depth and the illusion or whatever that you can change the world around you, which is maybe not even true in the real world, but it seems to be true in Fallout 3.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's so many choices in both of the Fallout games. I didn't play the first two. I know the second one. There's a part in the game where there's these two kids, and one of them is like, "Hey, Mister or Mrs. Or Miss, or Polar Bear," and you have a gun, and they're asking you if, like, they're like, "Hey, can we have that? Because things are pretty messy around here, or whatever." But whatever the option is, you give them a gun. You can, and then you leave, and you come back to that town, and there's these two dead kids. Yeah, and it's just brutal. But like that, I remember thinking about that and going, "Oh wow, that's one. Kids don't die anymore in games.
Right.
That's a big no-no. Across the board, you can't do it. Fallout 3 and 4, if you try to kill a kid, everybody in the game gets mad at you. Everybody. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah. The killing a kid thing is not funny, but funny in that when you talk about nuking nuking Megaton. What's the guy's name? Mr. Brooks or something? Who's like the henchman of the owner of that giant high-rise that then gives you the Megaton like launch codes and you can eventually work for.
Mr. Moriarty?
No, that would make
That's a
sense if it
different
was him. But it's like that. But anyway, I'm so sorry, Emma. You're totally ripping about the Fez. I don't mean to.
Yeah, we're in the sewer now, baby.
The real Fez heads are just like. But yeah, with oh yeah. Yeah, I remember reading the Fallout 3 guide, and they're like, so if you nuke the town and kill the dozens of inhabitants, you will take a hit on your karma meter. It's like, oh, you think like they're gonna dock me karma for mercilessly murdering these people because this old rich guy just kind of thought they were annoying? Okay, that's fair, I guess.
Their testament?
I already.
There was.
Yeah.
I see.
So what's your status on this now, Emma? Are you still playing? Like in real life? I mean, I know you know what I mean.
Finished it.
Yeah. Is this game still? Oh no, so it's done for you.
So I was watching a video earlier before she started playing a little bit before this, and it was the final. It's the third ending, and the person who made the video said that they were at 204.3%, which, as far as they were as far as they knew, that was as far as you could get. And I was telling Emma about that. She was 203.4.
That ain't shit.
So look at the mouse. Oh wow! Hold on. Sorry, the resolution mixing with the density. Huh. But yeah, go up. I just want to look at that.
Wow.
Oh, that looks like when you look at the side of your VR. Sometimes when it refreshes, like your VR probably doesn't do that. You got your one.
So this room that I was just in, I guess I already see as a QR code. There are also QR codes in this game.
Which work with your phone.
Yes. And so you scan the QR code and then it pulls up.
So do you have to get a... Do phones just active? Do you point your camera at a QR code thing and then it just does it?
Some phones do. I think ours is.
That's nowadays?
Yeah, some do and some don't. I think they, like my Pixel phone will, it'll, like if you're looking at something, it'll offer to copy the words that you're seeing.
Yeah.
And it will also, like with a button press, it'll take you to whatever website the QR code is, indicating. So, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, there used to be a whole separate app. I think it never. It's a rare moment where I'm like, oh, I'm glad I followed this QR code. Like that's the exception rather than the rule.
Yeah. There was a show at the yard that was pretty darn packed, and this wasn't that long ago. Within, let's say, about a month ago. And so think about the yard. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
The yard food park. So that it was just crazy packed. And then the headliner, Monica Debbie, very funny. So she's up and she's on her like just before her closer, like the merch time. And so she's like, oh, actually, I have an album coming out. Here's a really good way to do it, and it is a good way, but for some other time in the show. So she goes, here, I have this one laminated piece of paper with a QR code on it, and that'll take you right to the thing. You can pre-order my album, and it has all my social media right there, and it'll just take you to a thing that has all the stuff for me. Here you go. And then person to person to person to person, and then everybody's touching it and handing it to the next person, and there's 250 people in this room. And then after about 5 minutes, she goes, oh, I just realized I handed you guys things to all touch and give to the other people. Okay. And then for the rest, everybody's looking at it and going like, oh, is it this? And then what am I supposed to put money in here? And then there's nobody's paying attention anymore. And which was kind of nice because that seemed like it was probably her oldest joke and her joke that's not as hot.
Yeah, it kind of worked for the set. That's good.
Yeah. Her whole set was really good, and then her closer was fine.
Gotcha.
Which is good because it was overshadowed by everybody going, ew.
Right. Yeah, the hot potato with the disease piece of paper. Yeah.
She's really fun.
She's really fun. What's going on here?
We're in the sewer. Now we're gonna go into hell.
Ooh.
I thought this was a nice game.
Yeah, it's a very nice game.
I think everybody should play Rogue Legacy. I will not ever stop saying how good that game is.
It's very
fun.
good.
It's really, really stressful, but it's fun. I like it.
Yeah, I'll probably head back to it at some point, but I do wish that it had. I do wish that later levels were as pleasant and welcoming as the first level is. Like the level that's a castle is like, oh, okay, I get it. But then as soon as there's a level that's like the kind of like the garden or whatever, I'm just like, it was gross.
Castle, forest, is it attic and dungeon? Tower and dungeon. Castle, forest, tower, dungeon.
I'm curious about the tower. Is that the order too?
Yeah. Castle, forest, tower, dungeon, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 as far as difficulty goes. And dungeon's just it's ridiculous because you have the light radius thing again, so you can't see the whole area. And rarely do I even go down there other than to find a boss or something, because I've done everything in the other ones.
That's great. Yeah, it's a great game.
I did it about 100 times. Embers flying over this level.
They fade away real nice.
Okay, so now you're being chased by lava.
I remember you doing this.
Yes.
And you can't just fly away or whatever?
No, you can, which is what I eventually ended up doing.
Okay.
If you try to actually play this level as intended, it's fucking hard. I mean, this part's fine. But then, so that stuff is all hot.
All the
So you have to do this.
Well, you make it look easy, but I'm sure that it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, this part's fine.
Which reminds me of the castles in Super Mario World. You can knock on the stuff you're climbing and hit the Koopa on the other side.
Oh yeah, that's what a fun thing that is.
Flip around to the other side of it.
That's right. Something very brutal about that. Almost God of War-ish.
Yeah, because you can see their whole face. I think that's what it is. Instead of just half their face, you can see the whole thing, both their eyes.
Yeah, that's right. As they fall to their death.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta switch it while it turns. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wow.
See,
There
with
you
the timing and the way that works, that I just a couple mess ups for me and I'd be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, I see.
You got this.
I do not. We're gonna fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You died anyway.
Great. My dad once, I told my dad about having a bad dream once, and he goes, don't you just like fly away? And I'm like, what? Like, I want your life where I have such an understanding of my
God,
dreams.
it's
I could
so
just,
You just leave.
yeah, just bounce.
Oh man.
I don't even think this is the right place.
What do you mean? Oh wait, was there something down there?
Yeah, probably.
I'm going as
Oh, they died.
too big of a fall.
Yeah, so sometimes you fly
Slow
too
it
high.
down.
There we go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, so now there's something really fancy.
Is that supposed to look like a skull?
Yeah, there's a lot of skulls and stuff. Oh, should we go
Ooh.
to the graveyard zone?
Yeah, let's see the graveyard zone and then
Yeah.
can we see some endgame things? Is that possible?
Let me look at the map and see if I want to find that. So I have to get to jellyfish, but I don't know if I can.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but sounds great.
Well, let's see.
Jellyfish are cool.
It's really cool area.
You ever been stung by jellyfish?
No.
Ooh.
See it? Seems like fun.
Wow.
It's fine. Hurts, it stings.
What's up for the name?
Peed on it.
For
Peed my
yourself?
pants on it. Yep.
Classic.
Yeah. It's great because you're wearing shorts at the beach
Oh, I want to go to that.
and you just pee right down your leg.
That's awesome.
This is great. I get to do this and everybody's looking at me. Everybody look! Everybody watch! Everybody! It's like that thing. I don't know what it is, but or someone's gonna kill someone and everybody has to watch.
It's great. Yeah, it's what a funny solution that is.
Isn't it a rumor also?
But yeah, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna Google it. Pee on yourself, jellyfish. Yes.
Oh, now I just want to dress like a jellyfish.
No, it might cause even more pain rather than relief. It can
Oh,
actually
that's great.
aggravate the stingers into releasing more venom. Scientific American says no.
Oh, there's a raven.
Yeah.
That could be a blackbird.
Snail.
Do ravens have black feet?
That's
I think
great.
so.
Okay.
Oh wow, okay, this is a graveyard. Yeah, this looks dope.
To get
It's
to
kind of scary.
yeah, it is, and the
Spooky ooky.
yeah the sound is. I want to get to. Oh yeah, so see when the lightning flashes, and you can see where the rain is.
Oh, hold on. Did it, I mean,
Yeah.
That's cool. Wow.
yeah. Oh, that's really cool. Giving me some like Hollow Man vibes.
I think that's what the is.
Yeah, he saw the movie Hollow Man and he goes, "Ooh, I gotta make a game now." Yeah.
So cool.
That's not where I'm trying to go. I'm going.
The endgame stuff is really interesting because the
I cried.
fact that it's amazing. It's like
Really beautiful.
cool.
So these 4 owls in the very start game.
Oh, that one spins its head all the way around.
Yeah.
Wow.
So great.
Yeah, so there's just all kinds of sort of running puzzles like that too in the game that you don't even necessarily complete.
How did... So there's a way that you're completing this puzzle by making the owl's head spin a certain way?
No, it's when you the little owls that are hanging out with them. Those are owls that you see throughout the game, and you have to like but it's like not apparent that it's actually doing it.
Trying to get this little screen capture thing going here, and then I can probably pull up a YouTube video of that just last thing that I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm curious. That'd be great.
It's
Yeah. Really sweet.
Lars, have any games made you cry?
Oh, I think there must have been, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Let's see. Chronic things of emotion. Maybe one of the Uncharted's, like the most recent ones that are really good.
Uncharted 4 got me really good.
Yeah, like that feels right. I think
That
the
happy
brother
ending.
or something.
Yeah, the brother was okay. He was fine. He's just like, of course, you know, he's gonna be a dick.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, it's okay. I've learned."
That sounds right. I feel like I probably cried at that one. Beyond that,
But
I
it-
definitely.
I mean, I'm such a sucker, but the whole like will they, won't they of the whole series, it got me. I loved it, and I was like, "Oh, he's got a ring on!" Ah. Yeah, it was just.
Okay, now this
I was goofballs.
this cabin's really interesting.
What's interesting about this cabin?
Because the door inside of it alternates with.
What do you mean?
So I was just in
I saw that.
Scary Graveyard
Yep.
Land, and I went into his cabin, and the only door that leads out leads to
Donkey Kong Country.
this beautiful rooms.
Look at those mushroom things. Look
Yeah.
at those mushroom trees. Those are from Mario World 1, Level 3. Lars, your mic might be off again.
Yes, here we go. Here's one.
Okay. Remuted. Or unmuted.
So here's one of the puzzles that you can never see.
Oh, okay. I see what that looks like. Wait, so is it like a nod to Mario?
That makes sense. Are they extra bouncy?
It's funny when you type in, if you're, oh, I like the background. You're trying to figure out what's going on with Fez and just like, give me some highlights, and you're searching it on YouTube. There's a lot of like, Fez explained, and it's like, well, how does that work? And then you look at the length of the video, it's like 2.5 hours long. It's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, it's so
That makes
anyway.
sense. Oh yeah, here's the one I was talking about right here. I think I can. I'm doing something that nobody's even looking at, so it's not any sense to anybody.
Oh, good. But no, they can just keep looking at me die on mushrooms.
Perfect.
Which is what I usually do on mushrooms.
Thank God for legalization.
Thank God.
Wow.
Like, oh, okay.
Her crazy move.
Oh, who would have thought that was...
Wait, so mushrooms illegal? No, pretty much everything. Oh, okay. Okay. That's not what I was expecting, but alright.
Yeah, it's such a wild, like, not an election. I mean, we can't talk about the whole thing, but like,
Oh,
I
we
it
can
was
talk
like,
about the election.
like, you know, like Deb Patterson unseats Denise Bowles, right? Which is a big deal. And I've, like, Deb Patterson's a good person. I thought there was no way she would win. She's just, seems like a solid lady. And
Her name's Dan?
Deb, sorry.
Oh.
And then, yeah, I mean, you know, legalized all drugs. Like, I just, yeah, I feel like I can hear my grandfather talking to me from beyond the grave, you know, like all the things he warned me about are kind of coming true, you know, except, well, I don't know, he was like a relatively responsible conservative person, except then later in his life, of course, he got like so into Rush Limbaugh on Fox News, he just became like not understandable as a human being, and yeah, it's like, I don't know what to do with mushrooms and all drugs being decriminalized. It's so interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what it's going to look like. I hope that a lot of drug convictions are all.
Yeah, well, and I don't know if it changes drug sales, right? So that's kind of interesting, like dealer convictions and yeah.
It'll probably go the same way as weed, right?
I would guess so.
Because like it was illegal to sell weed, but not illegal to have weed.
Right.
And then you had to get like I assume if it's going through the state, like for therapy, you can get mushrooms, but there's probably no real recreational benefit that they can look at and be like, okay, well we can actually get a lot of tax funding because of how much we can tax this. I don't think mushrooms are going to be that big of a tax hit or a tax bonus.
Yeah.
Like weed, yeah, of course, but I don't see mushrooms doing that.
Well, weed was only legal medically for different states.
Yeah, it was like a good 5 to 10. Yeah.
So I think eventually
Very cool. Go to 7-Eleven, get your shrooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy my shroom from 7-Eleven.
Or whatever. I guess I don't buy weed from 7-Eleven. Anyway. I don't go to 7-Eleven, clearly. Okay, so I've got some, depending on what we're doing here.
Oh, nothing. I'm just looking at stuff.
I love all the colors.
I just love popping around this game.
It's really neat.
It's just so beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay, so I think I can do this. I think it's gonna be okay. Let's see what happens when I go boop. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. It's gonna freak me out. It's gonna be okay.
It's fine.
Everything's okay.
It's kind of like
Okay, so it's gonna look like
trust me,
this.
it's
And I think what Emma's gonna be doing is going to be oh, sorry. Okay, so this is someone playing through and lagging through the end of. I have so many things going on my computer right now, and I hope that the Twitch stream is fine.
I think it seems like it's pretty much fine.
Okay, cool.
It's a little slow, but it's okay.
So this person is going. Can you narrate what's happening here?
So they're still playing Fez, but this is like this. I don't remember how to get to this area, but it's the mechanics and aesthetic of it are like a cross between space and underwater. So these are like space jellyfish on the moon.
So the way that Gomez is floating right now, is that normal?
No.
Okay.
So he's like floating, moving through the space very slowly, as if he were underwater or jumping.
But that's not my computer.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you move really slowly.
Here's my computer.
No. That's
Even the video.
That's not-
High frame rate, great slow video.
There you go. We're gonna get there.
Okay, so here's the owl again.
Pyramids are also. This is what they consider a few very important pyramids.
Okay, so
Okay, so that's the final door.
so yeah, so Gomez is just inverted looking now.
Uh-huh.
So boom, 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 boom. It makes this awesome noise when these are getting laid out. Go on. And this the sound from this video isn't coming through, right?
I think some of the. No, it is.
Probably. Oops. Oh my god. That's bad timing. So, okay, hold on. Let me go back like just a few seconds. Okay, so this happens. He's inverted, and then the game goes like, "Oh, it looks like you've got all your cubes. Oh, just cubes. Okay. Anti-cubes. Anti-cubes are the blue ones. So then it just resets the game right here.
And you're like, oh my god, did I break it? What did I do? I wasn't done. I thought there was more Fez to play. What's happening? Did I quit? Did I restart?
So like, what kind of goes on here? And then it gets you back into the Fez.
Yeah, this whole time when I was playing, my jaw was just like...
Doesn't even really let you pick a save file. You're just going right into it. Yeah. So it goes to here. And then... So this is the part that really blew my mind. And so it looks like you're starting out just as you started the game before. So cool. Look at that. And then it's like, yeah, the whole concept of like scale and perception really goes into right here.
Yeah.
Because it turns you into just like,
Blam.
what are you, like a pixel? Then this
It's
whole
the little cube.
among
All the other cubes. Ain't the truth, goldfish.
and then isn't that even? So even all those is inside of a
This is Barney the purple
It's in
dinosaur.
the hexahedron.
Oh.
This isn't Dot.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's Dot actually.
So what's a tetrahedron?
10? No.
20.
It's a 4-dimensional
Oh, right.
shape.
These little shapes.
Those are all dots. I think Dot is a tetrahedron.
Okay.
So a hexahedron would be 10.
Oh, yes, right. Dex, yeah. Wow.
So then it just turns it off.
Oh wait, it's hex, not dex. So that'd be 6. So it's your 6-sided. It's a cube.
Turns it off. Goes to the credits.
I guess.
What is that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then it goes to the credits. Credits go through. Sorry, credits. I appreciate credits. I respect credits.
We don't want to spoil the credits.
Yeah, that's good.
So takes you right back to the start screen, and gets you start.
Yeah, so that's the ending of New Game Plus.
That's the ending of New Game. Oh, this is starting New Game Plus Plus.
Yeah.
So, oh, and this is right where you get. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Because this is where you start your new game.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Does it say New Game Plus Plus when you start a New Game Plus Plus? So this could be starting a New Game Plus after completing a New Game Plus, because you have to do that to get this, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because this part is where you get your.
Oh, shit. Put that sitting on.
Oh, put that setting on, and then I can just turn this off real quick, and then.
Well, while you finish that, I want to see if we can get to the village. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's a
get
really cool spot.
Perfect. So right here, when you beat it the first time, you get your first person mode, which is that opens up just crazy amounts of opportunity. Same with the flying, and then with the beating it again, you get right here. This guy. Who's this guy again?
Geezer.
Geezer. Oh. Okay, so here you get your. Give it to now. I'm trying not to say it before it happens on the screen, and I feel really stupid. You get your. It's.
Like city now, baby. Is this also showing or just this?
Just this.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is actually the same thing, and then go through those. Is this normal? Oh yeah, that's normal. Just raining code onto you. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Put them on. Put them on. Put them on. And it does truly work with the stereoscopic
Yeah, we've tried it out.
glasses.
It's great.
It's pretty great. And just breaks the whole game apart again. And I'm going to cut back to what Emma's doing here.
Actually, no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, it's still not there.
Oh, I got it. I got it. This. Oh, I just did it.
City's
Got it.
nice.
This way.
Oh yeah, it looks great. Oh.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, where'd it go?
No, it's back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's back. She just clicked on a different city or level.
Yeah, I just
So,
want to show the
oh, Chinatown.
yeah.
Or just the
So
The
city.
little Polytron logo.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's the owl.
Oh,
I love the neons.
Right.
Show the village.
Awesome.
City.
You ever watch a 3D movie, Lars?
oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched it with like that traditional red and blue, like the cardboard things, but I've watched the newer 3D like prestige movies.
Like, not the Prestige, right?
Wouldn't that be great? I wonder if that was, yeah, I don't think Nolan okayed that to be shot in 3D, but no, like I think whatever. I'm trying to think of the last 3D
Avatar.
movie I saw. Yeah, Tron or some shit.
I think I only watched, the only ones I've seen in the theater, I think, they're just Avatar. I was like, okay, and then everybody still says that's the best movie in 3D. And I was just like, okay, so I don't need to do that. Because
Okay.
I saw the, I went to Universal Studios and I saw the Terminator where they do the 3D, they give you the glasses and stuff's coming at you. It's great. It looks really cool. It's way better than the movie theater. And there's actors coming into the crowd and they mist you with stuff because there's like an explosion with like water and then like mist comes out. I didn't notice if it was a guy just like with a spray bottle, but you know.
Ready?
I am ready. Game settings. So yeah. Why is that? Because they're just part of the understanding people. They get that there's multiple dimensions.
Maybe. Because
in the beginning of the village, they were talking about that doesn't exist.
that's right. Yeah, so this is the 3D world. So.
But if you go into regular, take it out of stereoscopy, it's the same, right? It's this specific world that makes it happen. But yeah, if anybody wants to, hopefully you have some glasses, or you can pause this because this is just on the internet now, and put on your 3D glasses. It really does work, and it's pretty great.
So it's the same as Village. Same as the classroom.
Yes, it is. No, I think what I'll do is I'll just pull up the trailer for Fez 2, and I'll play that real quick.
There's a trailer for it? When does it come out?
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah. Trailer came out in 2013, and the game, I believe, was canceled in 2013.
Oh.
We know what Full Fish is up to.
Probably just
He needs something else. I know.
sitting by his cabin and grabbing his pole, doing some fishing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so
Oh, wait, this is
the game Super Hypercube is another game that he had a lot to do with, and that's one that
play that.
we're gonna. Oh, you did play that? Oh,
Yeah, it
cool.
was on.
Because now it's a VR game, right?
Yeah,
You put it on VR?
I guess I must have. I know I played it.
Okay, maybe it was on something else as well.
Yeah, no, I think I played it not on VR, on PS4.
Okay.
Here's another code that you can only see in first person.
So is that just left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right?
That's right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right.
Okay, so here, let's get this real quick. The announcement teaser to Fez 2. I'll put that up right now. Whoa. It's not going to have sound other than the ambient sound that is in this Fez game.
Like that. Now my life is gonna be.
Okay. That is partially just the computer. pretty
Cool.
powerful.
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, and
How do I undo? Okay. Cool. But yeah, hey, that's Fez, that's Emma, that's Lars,
I'm Lars.
that's Chad.
this is me.
That's Chad.
This
This
has
is
been
us.
All Who Wander Are Lost. Wander. And this game makes me really happy to not ever play it.
It's great. Emma's at it again.
Ooh, I'm going, baby.
Look at all the colors. They're so
Can't
bold
stop.
and vibrant.
Can't stop.
Amazing.
Great.
Keep pulling me up.
Close you out. But yeah, Lars, do you have anything? You have any closing thoughts or comments or?
No,
Just
you know,
not.
I'm not a person who likes puzzles, so this is sort of a waste of time for me. But yeah, it's great. I think that as you said, Chad, in terms of love for the game, seeing something that so interests other people and that was obviously made with such love and care is really exciting. And also, it's funny, you know. It's like this is like it's like sort of like one of those low-key moments of privilege where it's like a friendly game and nothing is stopping me from enjoying it. But the fact that it wasn't made for me and the fact that it's like a tough game makes me feel very defeated and sad. So it's like, you know, you gotta check that privilege, you know. It's like not. It's like you gotta either like put in the time or shut the hell up about it. It's
Yeah.
a good lesson, maybe.
That's true. I got taught that very early on with video games because my friends I would be like, well, that game sucks. And they'd say, how about we don't say that game sucks if you've never played it? And I was like, oh. And also, I'd get called on, like, if I just said something sucks, my friends would be like, well, you can't just really say that sucks without saying anything else because then you just sound stupid. You sound like an idiot.
Sounds like you had very thoughtful friends.
Yeah, it's nice. I've always tried to hang out with people that are smarter than me.
Wow,
That just kind of worked out.
that's amazing.
But yeah, I like being challenged and called on things like that just because I don't know, I feel better afterwards. I'm like, oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I wish I'd been called on my saying that things sucked earlier. I feel like that's like something I still carry with me to some extent. Just not great. But I think it's a great lesson.
Yeah, at least, hey, if you're going to say something sucks, have a reason. That's it. That's all you have to do. It's just like, this sucks. Here's why. I'm good. You don't have to be even right. You just have to have an opinion that isn't just, this sucks. Because then you're just that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that.
Sucks.
I don't want to be that guy who does suck. I don't want to be that guy. Actually, we had one of those guys here on the show today. Show me your big ass.
Wait, guy.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
that's
which
right.
guy?
Well, it said it was a guy. I looked.
Yeah.
Just for this conversation. I know. I don't want to be the guy, but I do want to mention the game. I want to be the guy who everybody should look up and try to play. It's a free game that you can get on the internet. It's called I Wanna Be the Guy. It's a game that's made from bits and pieces of different games put into one game. The end boss is Mike Tyson from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and it is literally like it's an impossible game to ever beat without dying thousands of times before you do it, just because it's a trial and error way to go. It's so great. Stupidly punishing, but really fun to watch. There's videos of people playing it because it's so impossible but fun that you can recognize little pieces of games that they brought into it, and it's great. I tried to close the show and I just kept talking.
Great. Did a great job.
But yeah, cool. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you like this Fez business, and let us know. There's Lars, and you can message him on Facebook, Twitter, probably his email. I don't know.
Right.
You can look up me, Chad Johnson, on Facebook and Instagram, and Emma Jonas, same thing. Facebook, Instagram. She's at Emma Pace J on the Instagram and all the other stuff. Understand?
Last year is like Twitter.
That's great.
I
It's a
tweet now.
It's a fantastic handle.
Thank you.
She tweets. But yeah.
Yeah. I think we do have an email address. Let me try to
yeah, you
find
made one.
it. Yeah, it was. I just texted it to you the other day. I think it's allwhowanderpod@gmail. Let me double check.
But yeah,
Hopefully
I'd like to receive questions about anything about any video game. I will answer that question and I will be correct.
That's great.
That's a tall order.
It is a tall order, and I just want people to ask me questions.
It's really excellent.
But
Oh, I didn't even get to the telescope.
oh man, looks like we're gonna have to do a Fez too.
Yeah. Oh, God,
That episode might be canceled right away.
Okay, it's allwhowanderpod@gmail.com.
Cool. We'll send us emails, people, and we will absolutely get back to you. That'll be fun.
Great.
And thank you very much for watching. See you next week, next Thursday, for All Who Wander Are Lost. Bye.